dare you?
Damn, son.
Hey guys, Snarky Priest here. I heard a rumor in the mill that Chef McSalmonella has been uber sad that he's not getting Reaction Channel's attention anymore, which is both cracktastic and weird, seeing as he strikes anyone that mentions his shitty little channel. Now, yes, I will peruse the YouTubes and briefly catch up on his dwindling channel, but seeing as it's Friday, I came back to give old Frigid Dum Dum a fun-filled weekend full of annoying, ragey ranting, courtesy of Futternuts, because my guess is he will see this video and she will get to spend the next 48 to 72 fun-filled hours listening to Tiny Tits bitch and cry about how much he hates me. And personally, I can't think of a more deserving person than her. Hey, Frigid Dum Dum. You're welcome. Now, before we get into this frozen fish nightmare, if you like today's video, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, remember to hit that bell notification so you can be a part of all the fun fuckery and snarky good times we're gonna have. So our talentless cargo ship chef decided to make fish again. Look, I know he loves fish. He dated Foodles, but he also knows that his roomie hates it. She doesn't eat it at all, so it seems odd that he chooses to keep cooking it so much. My guess is he must be missing that aromatic stench of a certain fupa. And I know what some will say, but Snarky, he makes 2 meals. Yeah, that may be true, but it also takes him 4 times longer than the average person to make a sandwich. And so he's literally cooking fish at like 9:30 p.m. And since he overcooks the edibleness out of all of his food, he will literally cook this freshly frozen, fridge defrosted fish for over 38 minutes. And as he says, it helps get the smell out of it. Y'all, I just know that that fish is as stinky as his lady fridge. And those that have ever lived in a condo type, apartment type, situation type deal, y'all know you can smell your neighbor's home through the walls because of the close proximity to the vents. And that means his neighbors get to smell his twice cremated, over-seasoned fish all fucking night. No, nope, no fucking thank you. Call my goddamn realtor and have him list my place as a recently vacated shitbox conveniently located above a fish crematorium. Now guys, when he throws that fish onto the counter and shows us how to descale it with a butter knife, I thought, wow, what an unfortunate technique he's using. It really helps evenly distribute the fish scales all over that apartment. Guys, it's gonna be a 1 out of 10 do not recommend for me. But that's not even the worst of it. Oh no. After the failed DIY session of fish descaling, he moves on to the bloody mutilation portion of the video and proceeds to rip out the fish's guts, causing fish blood to erupt all over the counter. With that memory now firmly tucked away, he makes way for the next trauma by showing us his counter cleaning skills by wiping the counter down with a rag and vinegar. That's right, the only thing standing between them and salmonella squirts is 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. I mean, no fucking thank you. I would need to get to the ER right now to avoid the impending pain of food poisoning I'm sure to get. And as the paramedics always like to say, it's best to start the fluids early. So, halfway through the cremation of our dearly departed fishy friend, he takes the casket out of the oven to show us the water is gone. And Frigid Dum Dum, obviously not knowing how evaporation works, confirms the shock that the water is in fact gone. Look, I know that 5th grade science is hard, but for the undereducated deep freezes in the audience, when water meets heat, you get steamy evaporation. Hey, maybe if you did less mathematics and spent more time reading, you'd learn something. Chef McSalmonella takes out his bread and shows the roomies the weird loaf that he made, and Dum Dum, again oblivious to how shit works, says, "Wow, that's an odd shape it rose to." No shit, Maytag. He literally layered it in the pan that way. How did your two brain cells think that it would bake any differently? Like, here's the deal. The way you mold bread is the way it will cook. How do you not know that? You know what? Never mind. I think we know the answer. While he is marveling at his small intestine loaf, his chat of only grands decides to make everybody uncomfortable by saying something about straws and an up and down motion, and of course Frigid Dum Dum, being used to tiny straws, starts defrosting her deep freeze, and that's when I felt my will to live leave my soul. At this point, guys, it was either fast forward or walk into traffic. And well, in an effort not to give in to Dum Dum's peer pressure, I decided to swim on. He goes on to take the fish out of the oven, and of course, it's fully stuck to the bottom of the pan. And why wouldn't it be? He only cooked it for 38 minutes on 500 degrees Kelvin, resulting in a dry, egregiously overcooked fish. Y'all, he overcooked that fish so much, he cooked the water out of its grand fish. I'm telling you, there was zero moisture left in that fish. And, you know, because he's forever the showman, that fish gets to dry out and cool off, while this moron shows off his weird, slightly burned brain bread that is comically named incorrectly. Now, after he's done destroying his dinner, he sits down and rambles on about the same things he always does. Reaction channels this and haters that, going on about his perceived ideas about our sadness and our mamas. 1, because he thinks it affects us, and 2, because he has nothing else. It, of course, doesn't bother any of us that this overbaked wad of crust is talking about our moms, but I do find it telling that he always reverts back to moms. In my opinion, I think his hatred for moms stems from his misplaced anger for his own absent mother. Hey, Chef McShitty, instead of talking shit about our mamas, maybe you should call your mama and tell her how she hurt you as a child. I think it could be cathartic for you to resolve those deep-seated mommy issues once and for all. Okay, guys, at this point, I'm 100% sure he is mentally stunted. Why do you say? Mainly because he never grows, he never learns, and he never improves. All he can do is sit in that fish crematorium day in and day out, frantically searching for people talking about his horrible cooking and thinking about how much he hates his mom. At this point, I would say his channel is well past its expiration date and needs to be thrown out. But based on the subs and the low views, it's not even worth the trash bag. Alright guys, that's it for me. He does go on for another 2.5 motherfucking hours, but I just can't. I'm surprised I made it through this much without leaping into traffic. As always, thanks for watching. Stay snarky. Hey Chef McShitty, you should do yourself a favor. Call your mom and get your unresolved mommy issues under control once and for all. And then fuck off.